your name?
Nikteha Salazar, Nikteha-Salazar. Why is it being arrested? Why is it record her being arrested? Why is she being arrested? What is she doing wrong? Austin was holding a sign. She wasn't even coming to the door. Can we get her back? What is she being charged with? What are you being charged with? What is she being charged with? What is she being charged with? What is she being charged with?
No, stop.
What is she being charged with? What is she being charged with? Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. If you can do that, we can do it too. If you can do that, we can do it too.
She's not touching nobody. She's not touching nobody.
Why is she being arrested?
What is she being charged with?
Back up.
Where is she going? I don't give a fuck.
What is she being charged with?
We are at the Garrahy Courthouse in Providence, Rhode Island. Protesters were having a Stop Evictions rally and 2 people were arrested. One as young as 15. This is Will James for Uprise Our Eye.
No, you don't have to move into the parking lot. This is a public parking lot. This is a public parking lot. No. You're looking at him, hoping he's going to snap you out. You're going to snap you out. You're going to ready to run him. Huh? What is he doing? What's ready to the left? You just ready by the end of your fucking birthday. No reason. They said it's orderly. They said it's orderly. I can speak how I want to speak. I can speak how I want to, motherfucker. I can speak how I want to.
Protester being taken away in a vehicle. There's another protester inside. They were tackled into the courthouse. Protesters were blocking the entrance to the Garrahy Judicial Complex.
Housing is a human right. People over profit.
People over profit.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over profit. They took it inside. They were just standing in front of him and now they walked. The whole time I was walking the door, they didn't make a move on shit. As soon as a fucking 15-year-old boy wants to hold the door, they're going to snatch him up. Pussy. Grab me. Grab me. Pussy ass bitch.
The police officers are wearing a thin blue line face mask and face coverings.
It doesn't take 6 people to write on a fucking card, especially these 15. The fuck? Yes, there is. But it's holding. They don't matter. They're gonna hold him in there.
And I think that
they're gonna hold him in there. Me and I don't want to open the door for as long as possible. Nobody did shit. Some fucking 15-year-old holding the door. You want to grab him? They choose to eat. They prey on them. They said to let one door open. One door was open.
Again, we are in Providence, Rhode Island at the Garrahy Judicial Complex. 2 people have been arrested. This is an action to stop evictions. One protester, a 15-year-old, was tackled into the courthouse, and another protester was taken away in a police car. This is where the 2 arrests took place, right here at the entrance to the Garrahy Judicial Complex, the Family Court, District Court, Workers' Compensation Courts. Now protesters are just standing over where the police had taken one of the protesters. The protester was already driven away in a vehicle, and now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Providence Police cars, and about as many officers, probably double that. I'm gonna have to cross. Some of the police cars appear to be pulling away. Again, this is a very fast happening. Protesters blocked the doorway, and within minutes, police tackled a 15-year-old into the courthouse and then grabbed a school teacher and arrested her. They drove her away. I'm pretty sure that the other protester is being held inside the courthouse. The protesters have been noting that they actually did comply with the one order police issued, was just to allow one doorway, I suppose. Commander Verdi was here earlier. I had not seen him in a while. There are some police cars from the state police. There's some from Burrillville and some from North Providence. Again, this is an action to stop evictions or fight back against evictions in Rhode Island. We're in Providence. If you are on desktop watching this live stream, I believe you can go backwards and view the action. I think on Periscope, Twitter, and YouTube you can also go back. I don't think you can do that on mobile. But if you are on a desktop, you can scroll back to what happened just a few minutes ago where 2 people were arrested at the courthouse and see that. protesters.
You'll get beat up, not the angry black guy. Don't get this side. Go get the white kid, the 15-year-old white kid that just got his ass beat by 6 Gestapo officers. That's what you need to be filming.
Some protesters are attempting to speak to police, probably regarding the 15-year-old that was arrested a short while ago. So it appears that the one protester is being held here for now. Giving the signal to bring more officers out or something. Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People
That's what they're saying.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
Housing is a human right.
People over stupid-ass property.
People over fucking stupid-ass property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is healthcare.
Housing is healthcare.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right.
People over property.
People over property.
Housing is a human right.
So you can probably see
Housing is a human right. People over property. Housing is a human right. People over property. Housing is a human right. People over property. Evictions are extortion.
the evictions are extortion.
Housing is a human right. People over property. Housing is a human right. People over property. Housing is a human right. People over property.
So we are at the Garrahy Judicial Complex in Providence, Rhode Island. Two protesters have been arrested at a Fight Back Against Evictions action. One protester was 15 years old. They were tackled or dragged into the courthouse through the front doors. And then another protester was brought to a police car in a parking lot next door and driven away. Protesters were blocking the entrance partially or fully, and now they're standing in front sharing their messages about housing being a human right during this pandemic. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So about 15 police officers standing here in front of the courthouse. I think 2 state police officers out of that group. Protesters have been calling for Governor Gina Raimondo to forgive rents and mortgages using her COVID or de-COVID money given to Rhode Island by the federal government. That seems very related to evictions. And these actions are likely linked. Protesters have turned to face their signs towards the people inside the building. Fuck the city, fuck the state, America was never great. There are people watching on every floor except for the top floor, and I believe the second. I'm not sure what floor the evictions courts are on, but there are many people on the 3rd floor. Housing is healthcare. People over property. I said fuck landlords, fuck evictions. Protesters asked someone to put a mask on, and he started to put it on, but then took it off and went inside. He is not in a police uniform, but he is standing with police officers. If you're just joining us, this is Will James for Uprise RI. We are at an action to fight back against evictions. Protesters were announcing that they are going to stay right here, quote. Protesters did arrest a 15-year-old as well as a think there's someone from WPRO filming protesters very closely. So they're just, I think, trying to explain to him why that could be problematic or not the best journalistic practice. Oops, sorry about that. I'm covering the camera with my body to keep it cool, so sorry the camera was just pointed away for a while. To stop evictions. The police suck dick. So there's a large line of police officers.
You know, some of us would never say.
Free the people! Fight the power!
Take no L's from none of y'all. Maybe the state trooper here that was here earlier, you look like you kind of big, but the rest of y'all, I would never take no L's, no shorts of any sort, bro. They block it at all, let us know, we'll just get problems.
think I was mistaken earlier. It seems that most of the officers here are actually sheriffs, not Providence police officers.
What should I do?
Yeah, we could probably buy one at Home Depot, you know? Yeah. So we could just get it ourselves, you know?
So state police, 2 state police officers, 3, and a sheriff's officer are following them. Protesters just asked why they were following them. So if you're just joining us, this is Will James for Uprise RI. There was an action to fight back against evictions. 2 protesters were arrested. One was 15 years old. He was dragged into the courthouse and arrested by 6 police officers. Not very physically large 15-year-olds arrested by 6 police officers. So there have been state police officers, sheriffs, Providence Police. There's a few white shirts. I believe I saw Commander Verdi earlier. And there were some cars from Burrillville and North Providence. It appears that the action is coming to a close. I'm going to keep recording for a few more minutes, just to ensure that I don't miss anything, and then at that point I'm going to end it. Thank you so much for joining us. There are many police cars here. It's probably a group of about 10 people, and probably like 5 times that in terms of police response. So that's the protester to police ratio. It's important to note that this is occurring during a movement for Black Lives, in which the primary call is to defund police. Alright, I think we're going to wrap up. It's very clear that the action, the fight back against evictions, has ended. So this is Will James for Uprise RI. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate everyone who watches our content, reads it, and especially our Patreon supporters. We've been able to upgrade equipment, buy streaming software and computers thanks to you. Have a great day.